Belfi's green black control decks or like mid range decks. He likes playing those a lot. He also plays. I'm pretty sure Port of Three Kingdoms basics, so I get
He
jealous.
does.
And he never trades them to me.
No,
He always has some in his binder in the back, and I was like, "Oh, are these for trading?" He's like, he looks at me, and he's like,
no.
"No." I feel like it's just because it's me, honestly. He knows I'm looking for them. He's like waiting to like scum me to like. So he's like, so I want him so badly, I'll pay anything, and he'll be like, "Oh, $8." He'll like try to do something ridiculous.
They're surprisingly expensive. Like a lot of people that like white borders play with those basics.
They're actually not. I don't think they're that expensive. Like most of them are like $1 or two, and then like there's like one mountain. There's like usually like one of each one that's like super. There's like one mountain's like $8 or $5, like you said. But like I've been wanting them for a while. A lot of SCG marked them up, but like I saw them on Trolling Toad for $1 or two, and I was like so tempted. But then again, being a child.
You are that.
So who do you think's favorite here? Like the green black X deck, the good old junk, or the Esper control?
I definitely feel like the mid-range deck here is going to be a little bit more favored. Uh, Between Life from the Loam and like Soul of Innistrad and things like that, like
Soul of Innistrad. Oh,
Belfatto just
he plays Soul of Innistrad?
yeah he plays the one of
Whoa.
out of the board for the
Is that
grindy matchups.
is that the one where you get make a what's it do?
You return 3 creatures from your yard back.
Wow. And you can exile it when it's in the graveyard. Jeez, yeah,
Yeah,
that's a lot of value, honestly.
it usually just outgrinds a lot of the blue decks single-handedly.
He also has like the Lilianas, which I feel like are pretty good against control decks.
He has the Raven's Crime
Oh
Life
yeah,
from Loam plan.
yeah, and
It's
there's like
very hard for the slow control decks to really keep up with it.
I already see some of those beautiful basics in hand, tearing up.
He was actually talking earlier. He might actually go through the trouble of foiling it out. He has been playing it for a decent amount of time now.
Yeah. He always has the cards to play decks he wants, but it's just basically just whether he feels like it's a good deck at the time, or if it's like his style really.
Yeah.
I remember him seeing like a legacy challenge type of deal, and he was playing like Hypergenesis or something. He's like,
He
I just
played
like
the
this
Hypergenesis forever, and then he moved on to Eureka for a while.
Eureka.
He played Blue Green Show and Eureka Show.
Really? He just did not want to play Sneak and Show at the time.
No, like he was just trying to put more things on the board, and like he was playing Planeswalkers and stuff. So
Victim of Nice. That's a Belfatto card.
no, it was definitely popular for a while, like a year and a half, 2 years ago, and it just kind of fell out of favor, especially since these decks aren't nearly as black heavy as they were.
I feel like you just take this mana leak here, make it quick. You don't really. I really doubt he wants the timer reinforcements.
I was about to say it's between Mana Leak and
Go for the throat. In case if he has like a Goyf or something, or like maybe a Scoos. I don't know. Like I feel like he's just a mana leak here, honestly.
be interesting to see what he chooses here. Like, there's definitely arguments for all 3 cards, so
Counting on what's in hand. He goes with the go for the throat.
absolutely. It's the only thing that can really deal with the man land in hand, so.
I guess he's just not really wanting to try to land that. Shadow of Doubt.
Yeah, I saw that earlier, and it's just like, really?
Let's see, maybe he'll go for Goyf here. Yeah, like.
Just go ahead and get the mana leak out of the way.
Yep, for that turn 3 Liliana, he's probably gonna slam.
Does he have the third black or the second black?
No, I don't think he does actually.
Yeah, I think
he's a forest. That's awkward.
He's got the man land, the forest.
Yeah, I guess you can't even cast Shadow of Doubt also.
Yeah. Without that second black, he's definitely going to be hurting.
You think out of like a black green, just a black green X deck, he'd have a little bit more better mana.
Oh no, the mana is surprisingly bad in black green.
Really?
Yeah, like it sounds weird, but I feel like Jund actually gets better mana by adding the red.
I guess you have the black cleave cliffs and the raging ravines. Those are pretty good.
Yeah.
You don't really want to play what's the black green hissing quagmire?
Yeah, Hissing Quagmire, I think he plays like a 1 or a 2 of,
Yeah.
and then he also plays the filter land.
Twilight Mire or something.
Yeah, like he needs all the like different dual lands he can get just to cast his cards on time.
Yeah, and he had to fetch out this Overgrown Tomb, so that means his hand had all green
All
sources and no
plus the
black.
fetch.
Yeah. Ooh, Andrew's own Liliana's here. It's Pretty awkward.
Battle of the Lilies if Belfatto can get a black source next turn.
Yeah, so they're both discarding. He discards
Sha-
the shadow of that, yeah.
Definitely agree.
I think that's
Swamp right off the top.
that's how Belfi drew it up. Plays his own Liliana.
Pretends to think about it because, you know, why not? We don't need cards in hand. Cards
Yeah.
are definitely overrated here.
Especially when you have that a man land in hand, which would be a good play next turn.
Unfortunately, they both have man lands that they can activate, so
Oh yeah. Forgot about the shambling vents. Putting Belfi's Liliana down to 2. Ooh. Life in the one here. I don't think it's the best, but
Life from the Loam definitely feeds the Liliana pretty well here.
yeah. Mhm.
And then life's it back.
Yeah, get 3 lands. Plays. Imagine he's gonna play the. Yeah. Instantly plays the. Imagine he's taking that force to discard.
Absolutely. May as well get full value here.
Yeah.
If there's one thing, that Treetop Village is definitely going to outclass the white-black man land here.
Mhm.
Just more lands.
Discards the fetch. Put his Belfi's Lily down to 1. This is kind of an awkward spot here because you want to attack with your Liliana.
Well, there's an Abrupt Decay, so
True. Yeah.
solves the problem.
Yeah. Looks like Belfi's drawing pretty good.
So you can activate the man land and you can Abrupt Decay.
Yeah.
Definitely seems fine here.
And then you have no cards to discard, so we'll just tick it up.
Liliana's just going to start taking over here.
Yeah.
And the man land can't really attack profitably into 3/3 when it's only a 2/3.
Correct. So
Now it just becomes a top deck war.
yeah, Andrew's hoping for some better cards. Maybe if like Belfi had like a ghost, maybe do you think if Belfi drew like a ghost quarter, he'd start like maybe looming?
Oh yeah, he would definitely start going for the strip mine plan.
Yeah. Especially when you have a Liliana on board.
Yeah, like it definitely favors Mike in the long run there. I told you, just Belfatto can grind out these control decks like nobody's business.
Mhm. That is one of the advantages of not playing the red from Jund, because like you don't really want bolts in this matchup, or maybe even terminates. You just want more like more discard and more like. What would you say? The lifeline package is pretty good. Draws a Serum Visions. Gets an Ancestral Visions.
Definitely seems real.
You get Manley and something else. Looks like he ships them both to the bottom.
Well, just more lands off the top for Belf here.
Yeah. Imagine you just play it and discard.
Absolutely. The Liliana getting up to 6 here, I feel like is Belfatto's game plan at this point.
Yep. Looks like Andrew remembers his Ancestral Visions.
Definitely not like, what was it, Tim last round?
It was like Tim or something Lowry at it. You just forgot one, so it wasn't too horrible, but there's
Still
also
makes
that.
you cringe a little bit.
Yeah.
Goes and gets another swamp, maybe? No?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
May as well get the shock, sure.
Luckily, I haven't played any Ancestral Visions, so I can't forget any of those triggers yet.
Honestly, I don't see why people make a big deal of that and like Aether Vial. Like, people miss them all the time, and it's like, why are you missing these? Like, simple triggered abilities.
It looks like now he's gonna try to activate the Life of the Loam, but I guess he has 2 fetch lands.
Just start thinning his own deck.
Are the like the cycle lands legal in Modern?
Unfortunately not. There are no cycle lands legal in Modern. Otherwise, aggro alone would be a much bigger threat.
Yeah, I bet Belfield like playing that type of deck, or at least playing like a Fertile Thicket or a Baron more in this.
Just more lands off the top.
Raven's Crime, they're not doing much here.
Yeah, it definitely seems a little lackluster.
Maybe it'll be okay after the Ancestral Visions resolves, but not before.
Yeah. Definitely feel like the Liliana's going to do a little more work, though.
Mm-hmm.
Do you play it into the Liliana, or do you just let him discard it?
I feel like if it's a creature, you just slam it.
Oh, hit a Ghost Quarter.
Yeah, that's the
It's the
start.
beginning of the end.
Just instantly casts it.
Draw 3?
I feel like you might want to like discard, like use the Raven's Crime or something, and then make him discard, and then cast Loam, so you don't have to discard a land or something. Oh, just the Thoughtseize, yeah. And that's one of the cards you just don't want to cast when
Yeah.
your opponent has nothing in hand. Wait, Belfi had the Raven's Crime in hand. Yeah. If you're Belfier, do you just start getting in with the Treetop Village?
You do have to start getting aggressive eventually, and now is definitely a good time to do so.
Mm-hmm. Yep, just swing for 3 here from Belfi.
Hopefully, Andrew's next 4 cards are impactful. Otherwise, this is going to quickly get away from him.
Yeah, 4 cards is a lot of cards, though. He could quickly draw something. I imagine he has like a Lingering Souls, which would be pretty decent here. After the Liliana ults here. You think Belfi's just going to ult it next turn? If Andrew doesn't draw?
It really depends on what Andrew does with his turn, I feel like.
Looks like Andrew drew a Path, Serum Visions,
and a Lily.
Liliana. And he drew another Liliana.
Just all the lilies.
Snapcaster Mana Leak. Imagine you're going to put the Mana Leak on the bottom. I don't know, like his...
He has a
Belfi's
mana leak in hand and one in the
Does
yard. Yeah, he drew in the mana leak.
You just put Mana Leak on bottom then.
Yeah.
What? Looks like he's trying to cast his Liliana here. Get those lands out of Belfi's hand. It's not too fruitful of an idea, though. Andrew is at 16, correct?
He is at 16.
Yeah, because he took 3 last turn.
I feel like plussing his Liliana here is just helping Belfatto's game plan, though, honestly.
But, like, what else would you do with it? Just let it die to the Treetop Village next turn? I feel like you'd rather just not cast it. Like, oh, he looks like he got a Golgari Grave Farm. That's a pretty cool card he has in his deck. It's pretty bad against, like, Fulminator mages, though.
Oh, yeah. Seems a little lackluster there. But we're still on the Ghost Quarter game plan. Looks like 4 lands at least are going to get blown up this turn.
I would at least start trying to get his discard his hand, because we know he has a Path in hand, so I wouldn't activate. So I'd probably Liliana discard, cast retrace the what's it called, Raven's Crime.
Yeah.
So get those remaining cards out of his hand.
Put him back to 0.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, discards the Ghost Quarter. Interesting.
I don't know about that. Raven's Crimes him. Now he can activate his Treetop Village here and attack the Liliana for 3. Is that what you'd, or would you like to put him down to 13?
Definitely hit the Lily here.
Yeah.
Lily is the one way he might get out of this.
Mm-hmm.
As long as Belf plays carefully, he's going to win this in the long run.
Yep. Especially with the Life from the Loam package going on here and the Liliana. It's probably going to ultimate next turn.
Yeah, it's like he's drawing 3 cards a turn.
Yeah. Decides to draw. It's a pretty good draw. Draws a Goyf.
One of the better draws he could have.
Mm-hmm. It's not like they remove like a
And
Thoughtseize.
Raven's Prime you again. Play a Snapcaster.
Would you try to flashback here or give flashback? Just a removal spell or what?
Actually be interesting to see what he chooses.
Yep.
Has to either be Path or Mana Leak, and I don't think there's a good argument for Mana Leak. So it's definitely Path, yep.
So now you can try to ultimate here with Belfi and try to get rid of his white sources into a pile. So maybe he doesn't remember, or he could try to float before, but that still wouldn't work. Does mana empty from the beginning combat phase and then the main phase 1?
Each of the different phases it empties.
Okay, so you can't be like, if Belfi ultimates, gets rid of the white mana, and he tries to float it, and then goes to begin combat, you can still activate your manland. Because I've seen that before.
Be interesting how he fosts this pile.
Mm-hmm. Looking at a few more cards than 5, though. Looks like he's just, what?
5 lands versus 2 lands and...
Liliana, Snapcaster. I do like this play getting rid of the planes though. Just leave him with blue and black, so he also can't cast a
He either loses two
leaving your souls.
colors, or he loses his white and his 2 non-land permanents.
Yeah.
Definitely seems like a solid pile.
You also still have your Liliana there too. Looks like he just gets rid of all the blue and black sources.
Yeah. That's a brutal. That's
yeah.
a 5 for not even 1. It's
Yeah. Just 5 stone rains.
yeah, 5 stone rains. Pew 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 pew
Yeah.
pew.
Just now he draws a blue black source off the top, which is pretty good.
Yeah,
Activates Liliana.
very fortunate.
I'm curious why.
He didn't go to second main phase, and well, no, he had the 2 white sources still.
Actually, I feel like the correct play was there. Not the correct play, but a different play would be to activate the man land and attack with it. He'd probably pass, and then you could play Goif next turn. And then his Liliana's at 1. Imagine you get back like a fetch land, a ghost quarter, and does he have 2
quarter,
ghosts?
Yep.
Ooh.
Too bad exploration isn't legal.
Oh yeah.
That'd be fun times there.
Add some exploration, add a little bit of land cycle.
Yeah, like I really wish they had cycling lands in Modern. I think I would enjoy the format a little more.
Just add a different flavor of deck too.
Yeah.
Just like it wouldn't add a deck, I guess, but like, it would just make it a little bit stronger. It'd make it a decent amount
It
stronger.
would make
honestly.
it significantly stronger.
Yeah. Just
Like
swing
Life from Loam would quickly become one of the defining cards in the format. I feel like.
It'd spike even more than it is. It's like $15 now.
Really?
Yeah.
Had no idea.
I believe so. From when I had to pick them up for that Scape Shift deck.
Had no idea they were that expensive.
Yeah, just gets.
Still keep him off the blue and black.
Looks like Andrew also doesn't have any more basics. Thank you, Crazy Me by GB for following. Yeah, just 2 planes and a Snapcaster facing down. A bunch of lands, a Liliana.
Liliana down.
Yeah, I guess that is a little bit of a.
I feel like the
downside.
Manland wins this one, especially since he gets the Stone Rain every turn and just drew a Victim of Night.
Well, he doesn't get a stone right now since he.
Didn't he get 2 back?
Oh, he did get 2 back. I believe so. We'll see
He
in a
might
second.
not have.
Yeah, I think no, he got that. He got the Golgari Grave Farm.
Sure. And the Yogg Tomb.
Yep.
Which I don't know why he got.
Urborg. Yep.
Yeah,
I don't know. I feel like I'd rather just have 2 ghost quarters here.
absolutely.
You can ghost quarter basics, so that's what I would be doing here. You get rid of his planes, leave him on 0.
Yeah. Well, he might be getting low on cards in library, so definitely something to keep in mind.
He's only like Life from the Loam dredges like 4 times, maybe
He's got
5.
more than that. I would definitely get double Ghost Quarter though. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Mainland. Yep. And just Stone Rain him every turn of the game from here on out.
Yeah, attack for 3. Uses Raven's Crime to make him discard. That's the only build he was really using on the Liliana. Discard.
Yeah. It's the only relevant one.
Yeah. Might as well just discard, get 3 of them in a turn if you really have to. I'm curious, he didn't make him discard at all last turn.
No, he.
No, I mean, destroyed any lands. He didn't. I don't think he played a land last turn. He didn't play any of his ghost quarters.
No, he Ghost Quartered the Manland.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. He Raven's Crime then Ghost Quartered.
Oh, okay. I thought he just Raven Triumph twice. I guess not. My bad. Attack for 3. Puts your opponent down to 7.
I think you continue to strip mine your opponent out of the game, right?
I'd kill this Sapcaster here. Ooh, just playing
Tasker
Tasker here.
seems strong too.
Yeah. Kalidas seems like a good fit for this deck also. Especially when you want to keep your lands in the graveyard and they can't give you a land with Tasker, so it's pretty good. Synergy.
Leaving up Tasker's ability here.
And he's a good blocker against the Snapcaster Mage. Yep, just scoops up, takes the game too.
Yeah. I'm surprised Andrew stayed in the game that long after the Liliana Ultimate Always.
Yeah.
Normally it's pretty much over after that.
Yeah, the game's about like 18, 17 minutes. And like Andrew's hoping for a game 3 here, so It's only 16 minutes per game. Belfield doesn't really matter. He just wants to get that one game, or even like no more games in.
Yeah. At this point, Belfort will just play his own pace. Andrew's going to try and speed the game along as much as possible, but how much can a control deck speed along a mid-range deck?
Yeah. So what cards do you think is just not too great here from Belfi and Andrew here?
Well, Victim of Night seems a little lackluster.
Yeah.
Also, I don't think Andrew really wants Liliana's in his deck. They just seem to help Belf more than they help him. So
I agree.
if he has any more like lingering Souls effects, definitely want to be all on that game plan. So
He didn't see any of those. I'm curious. I imagine he plays them being both white and black.
absolutely.
I also saw Belfi taking out an Abrupt Decay.
Yeah, like Abrupt Decay seems a little lackluster. Definitely trim the numbers on them, if not just board them out entirely.
Yeah. He's probably gonna keep at least one or two in case Andrew does leave in his Lilianas. It also does good against other cards from
Yeah.
Andrew. Like anything that costs 3 less is pretty vague.
Yeah, but how many cards does Andrew have that cost 3 or less that you want to be blowing up with Abrupt Decay? Other than Liliana, like he's got Snapcaster Mages and like tokens.
Yeah.
So
I'm curious. Like, does Belfi have like a Night of Souls Patrol on the yard? And,
he
like,
does
his side?
not, from what I know. He has Double Damnation.
Yeah, I see those. I don't know if he didn't see any. He didn't see any like lingering souls effects. So he might think his opponent's just on like white black like some type of Esper control, which is what it says Andrew's deck is. But he didn't see any lingering souls or like I did see a Sorin Solemn Visitor, I believe, the one that makes the 2/2 vampire.
Is that pretty common in the Esper token builds?
I don't know. I don't know.
I definitely haven't seen very many Esper decks around unless they were like gift piles.
Yeah. It does have 2 good abilities. I'm pretty sure the plus one's like gives +1/0 and lifelink until your next turn.
So
and
you're
then
talking the new one, not the old one? The new 4-drop.
Solemn Visitor, the one from Cons.
Okay, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
They're like the abilities, the plus and the minus ability are just like reversed, and otherwise they're the same card. So
Yeah, the plus one from Soren's, the Lord of Innistrad is make a 1/1 lifelink vampire, and then the second one is make an emblem gets +1/+0. No lifelink though, and then the Solemn Visitor is give your creatures +1/0 and lifelink, then make a make a 2/2 bat.
yeah.
They're very similar.
Like I'm telling you, they're the same card with the abilities reversed on them.
Like what's
It was very lazy design. Let's just leave it at that.
what are their ultimates? I know one of them's like destroy 3,
Triple Vindicate.
but you get the cards too. You get like
Yeah,
creatures and
You get the
planeswalkers.
creatures and
It also hits
planeswalkers.
yeah. And then what's the other one?
I have no idea. I honestly could not tell you.
Last time we saw a Storm, Solemn Visitor, we just saw make 2 bats.
Yeah, make 2 bats die.
Yeah.
Actually, I might actually have some in here.
In your bag of goodies.
Yeah, like you never know. Like I have some random shit. Da.
And just flip to the. Oh, that's
Lord
Lord
of
of
Innistrad.
Innistrad. That's the one. That's the one
That's
we
the
know.
Triple Vindicate.
Got your Splinter Twins here, resting and waiting.
Well, I have a Japanese foil, so those are just my extra ones.
You just gotta wait. Some Arcbound Ravages are like $60 Oh, is that your box? That's I remember you told me about
I
that.
haven't even opened my box of Eternal Masters yet.
I thought you guys drafted it.
No, we didn't get around to it. We were too busy drinking.
No, fun. Oh yeah, your Demir Signets.
Yeah, my German foil Mir Signets, they're sick.
Looks like Andrew here mulliganed. Well, Belfi kept 7.
Yeah, see?
Your foil diminishing turns. Oof.
Apparently I have a set of Creeping Tar Pits I didn't know about.
What call it to us? It's random junk cards.
I have a lot of random cards, period. Let's be honest here.
Mishra's Toy Workshop.
Time Thieves. I think I've seen 2 or 3 Time Thieves in here.
Hori Cory. Cost. Sylvan Carrots. I haven't seen that. That's a blast from the past.
Yeah,
I
and
need
the best part about these Sylvan Caryatids, they're Portuguese.
Oh, I bet.
They're Portuguese box top Sylvan Caryatids.
I bet you had to like fend people off with bats from getting those. Right?
Oh yeah, let me tell you. I'm pretty sure I buy listed them at 10 cents a piece. Thoughtseize on turn 1 here? Nope,
Inquisition, just as good. Ooh, Snap gonna take that Geist Saint Trap.
Yeah, that Geist
Goodbye.
is that Geist is gone.
Yeah.
Actually, there might be an
No.
argument for
No.
Snapcaster Mage.
No, Geist.
No.
Geist Saint Trap's just like how does Belfast?
He had the Liliana in hand.
Yeah, but like.
But he also had Lingering Souls, and that doesn't bode well.
No, Belfast did draw a Maelstrom Pulse, so that's gonna be a good.
Oh, Mana Leak off the top.
Yeah, just quick counter, ruining
That's
Belfast's.
actually really brutal.
Yeah, ruining Belfast's days. He does have 2 Lilianas though, which he's gonna try to slam next turn.
Yeah,
and
but this Lingering Souls is going to make that Liliana plan kind of bad.
Well, he's gonna get 2, and he's gonna bring the Belfast down to 1 loyalty, and then he can Maelstrom Pulse it. Just decides to.
Goif it up.
Well, he might not have a 3rd land. Or he's like trying to get like the super greedy like sandbox a land and then bait him into it with the Maelstrom Pulse. Oh,
that would be a genius play, but I'm not holding my breath on it.
I wish Magic had more like bluff plays or like things where you can just like get into your opponent's mind and just mess with them like that. Oh, I forgot someone did that to me when they were playing. I was playing Storm, and I kept I discarded, made him discard a